Congressman Anthony Weiner had a press conference yesterday, which means, I think, that he just called MSNBC because they're the only ones covering this clown. He's accusing one of the sponsors of my program, Goldline, of, quote, ripping off customers. And I'm involved, and he's just fighting for the little guy. Here's what he said.
There also seems to be an unholy alliance taking place between conservative commentators and this industry. One thing that we know for sure is that Goldline is a ripoff, and they are a very sophisticated multimedia ripoff.
It's unbelievable. He went on to talk about me, how I'm fear-mongering. That's all I'm doing, fear-mongering for Goldline. Yeah. In the report he issued, he stated the following. On numerous occasions, Glenn Beck had dedicated entire segments to his program to explaining why the U.S. money supply is destined for hyperinflation with Barack Obama as president. Yeah. I think I was saying things like this when Bush was president. He'll often promote the purchase of gold as the only safe investment alternative for customers who want to safeguard their livelihoods. It's the only one I can figure out, but I don't think it's the only one. We took apart the truths and untruths for this report, and I would give them to you now, but I've decided I'm not going to waste my precious airtime on Weiner facts. So we have now WeinerFacts.com, and I want you to go there right now. Whoops, there we go. I want you to go to WeinerFacts.com. There we go. Here's WeinerFacts.com, and you'll find all of the little facts about Weiner. There's Weiner there. Right there. But let me go into the real unholy alliance, because that's what he's calling it, an unholy alliance. It's the grassroots unholy alliance. To silence anybody who speaks out about this program or anybody at all that is involved. Scare the friends, scare anybody away. The unholy alliance. Look at this. I like Weiner. Presidential advisor Jim Wallace is on this unholy alliance. He's boycotting this show. Isn't that weird? Presidential advisor, spiritual and political advisor for Barack Obama. Wow. Former green job czar at the White House, Van Jones. He's boycotting it. It's weird. Then there's Andy Stern, SEIU. They're boycotting this program and doing all they can to stop us. All three of these guys trying to lead and rally people in against this program. And then the AFL-CIO, they've also said that they're doing everything they can. And then we have Weiner up here. This one's interesting because we've graduated into a darker level now, because now it's official. McCarthy has appeared. See, they call me Joe McCarthy. I don't have the power of Congress. You know, I can't call people to be testifying in front. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's weird. But Weiner can. Now, let me ask you this. What are the odds that the president doesn't know that 1, 2, 3 of his advisors and now one congressman, Weiner, is doing this to this program? Wow. Let me just talk to you for a second. How afraid they really must be to spend all of this time and money on little old me. By the way, in a completely unrelated story, Weiner had a very busy day yesterday. He launched that attack on me, and then just a couple of hours later, he was meeting with the president at the White House. Wow. On another completely unrelated story, Weiner's newly hired press secretary, until recently, worked, no, not the Center for American Progress, financed by George Soros, but Media Matters, funded by George Soros. You know, the spin machine for the left? Isn't that? I like Weiner. It was Media Matters, by the way, who first started the lie that we could read in, I think, the LA Times and then the Washington Post, which this guy is always doing stuff with the Washington Post. The little story came from Media Matters that my ratings were down on this program. Well, now we can tell you because the official ratings are out May to May. And it's weird. They're down so far that they're actually up 22%. Sounds like a smear campaign with no facts at all. It was also Media Matters who started the ridiculous attack on gold sponsorships. Now that is something we should look into, this unholy alliance in Media Matters and Wieners. You can do that on the new site. wienerfacts.com. I actually, we're putting this together because really the only way to deal with a joke of an investigation is to treat it like a joke of an investigation. It's a site about Tony Weiner and other famous wieners. Email tips to wiener@wienerfacts.com. But I digress. We should move on because, quite honestly, I'm enjoying this part of it too much.